Hey everybody, Rhadamant here. Thanks for tuning in to episode 53 of Kenshi. So, last episode was a long trip home where we were coming back from rescuing Agnew. So this episode, I plan on hitting an ancient tech workshop, which should allow us to tech up even further. So at the moment, I'm getting weapon grade 4 and tech 6, but I want to be able to craft, not all the time, but try to craft some Edge 2 weapons, which would really up my game a bit. A lot, actually. But we do, of course, have people that already have Meto weapons, so that's really cool as well. There was also the question of who to possibly leave behind so that Agnew can join us on our questing. So at the moment, I would say probably leaning towards Stubbs, or I think who was I leaning towards? Stubbs, because he is a Scorchlander and can help out with armor smithing. That's who I was thinking of leaving behind. But Agnew, regardless, needs to train up athleticism to reach our move speeds, and clearly I need to repair the bejesus out of her as well. She's kind of broken down. We were running her home, and she was naked for most of the time. No fault of her own. So I do have two brawling skeletons here. These two prisoners I've got. And the ancient tech labs are the places that you can get more AI cores and a lot of good books, and also potentially more broken skeletons. Now, broken skeletons, oddly enough, treat Agnew like some sort of goddess. But regardless of that, they are going to try to tear my face off. So, regardless of Agnew's goddess status with them, they will murk me as fast as they can. It bothers me that the arrange button doesn't like put all the meals nice and orderly, but whatever. Okay, so looking at my current gear here, I do have some Masterwork shirts to divvy up. So I've got this blackened chainmail, and I'm gonna go through the out of range. Ooh, not cool. I'm going to quickly go through all of my crew here. Jane's out of range. So the difference in Jane's, for instance, is huge. Going from no shirt to a shirt that has 100% coverage of arms, stomach, and chest with cut efficiency. A high cut efficiency. There's also some other no shirts like Hobbs, who could use any shirt. Some of them have really crap shirts, too. That's also something to keep in mind. Like this leather vest, which has quite poor coverage, can be replaced with a Masterwork turtleneck, so that has much, much, much better coverage. It's not perfect, but it's vastly superior. Additionally, let's see. We've got some of our home crew have... I guess I have not made leg plates yet. Agnew has the Drifter leather pants, the plated ones, by design. Okay, so maybe I'm misinterpreting. Some of the home crew will get black... Ooh, this is Masterwork black plate jacket. That's going to be reserved for maybe... or actually, maybe one of the skeletons, because they are taunting. And therefore requiring the highest armor. Yeah, that makes sense. Then home crew is going to start to get armor, so that if we get attacked, we are not defenseless. At this point, I have invested quite a bit into some of the home crew So it would not make sense to let them die. Even though they're going to blend in far more if I equip them out. I'm also going to make sure that none of their helmets are masterwork. I don't... Oh, yep. So Molly's is, for instance. So she should give that helmet up to someone that does not have a masterwork helmet. And again, Aramid has a masterwork helmet. So we'll switch those out. So Silver Shade will get one. It makes sense to give the Hiver Prince a masterwork helmet because he's got the weakest head that can wear such a helmet. Crumble John gets one. So as you can see, we only need 3 more to cover our away crew. Speaking of which, today I'm going to put up a post about naming these crews. I've just been sort of calling them home and away because they don't have permanent names. So drop me a line. I will post that link as a card on the right at the start. Well, you've already seen it, but at the start of this episode, it will be card on the right. And that is where you'll be able to see where to vote on that stuff. Then Plan also had a bunch of resources on her to craft, so let's put that away. And that will free up some space. We also have iron plates that were stored for later. Plopping those out too, most of them at least. And this way I can sell off the rest of my, or at least a fair portion of my armor that I'm no longer using. Maybe can't get it all. I want to keep this backpack though. There we go. And we'll have to make an extra trip for the rest of this stuff, or at least I could put it on Rhadamant, I suppose. That makes a fair bit of sense. 1 trip. So as I said, I want to go to an ancient tech lab, which is a mite bit dangerous, but going to be super fun. Also, now I'm ready to pull the trigger on the improved weaponsmith because we're going to be soon to be cranking out edge weapons. So Gecko, you are going to haul. You don't actually need to operate this iron refinery. Let's haul to it. And then haul to plates. And haul to ore. Gecko's going to be strong soon. This might actually be a good task for Agnew. Well, Agnew's already strong. We just need athleticism on Agnew. The reason I'm leaving Agnew behind is to... all these corpses need hauling. Really? Fogman? You haven't had enough? Getting one tapped. Oh, man, Pingu. You are vicious. I love it. Love having a guard dog. Another real advantage of pets, like the ones I have, is they can never lose limbs. Maybe that's partially because the animals, there's no prosthetics for the animals, and putting them down would be a little sad, but they, yeah, like I said, never lose limbs, which is pretty cool. So, although they can die, they're certainly not immortal. They will always defend until they're until they're unconscious and keep their limbs intact, which is great. Okay, I don't really want to chase them this far. Burn and Wike, you can go help the weaponsmith. Same with you, Rhadamant and Sadneil. Agnew's going to level up athleticism by running back and forth, burning corpses. And I think... Okay, we're waiting on Crumbled John's healing. Once Crumbled John is healed up, we'll head off and go to the tech lab. Why do you keep showing up? What, do you really want to be destroyed by me over and over and over? I suppose you do. It's the only fair explanation for why these fog just keep messing with me. So now we have the iron mines and the iron refineries cranking out at full speed. One thing I do need is to get a better steel refinery. So if we check our... oh, there's weapon grade 5. But I think I might go for steel bars. No, I'm going to go for weapon grade 5. Let's see what kind of research... Yeah, we basically had a research. All the more reason to go to a tech lab. So come on, Crumble John. We're waiting on you. You're the bottleneck. Agnew with the screaming. Plenty of bodies to be hauled here. I'll just have these guys stand out front. Hello. Armless Fogman. Huh. Like you're gonna outrun Rhadamant. So yeah, this should level up Agnew's athleticism pretty quickly. Then additionally, that random backpack that I had here can go to Agnew. Oops, there we go. Give Agnew some very minimum meds. We'll give you 2 splint kits. And I have no idea why I set Agnew up with a hacker class weapon, but yeah, that's, I guess, the specialization I've chosen. All right. Honestly, I think that Crumble will probably heal while en route. So what I'm gonna do is have Beep get Plan out of the rest mode, and then Plan, Beep, the rest of you, you're gonna head to this hive village. Everyone else will need to get up, follow, and head out. Doing a quick speed check. Plan's at 17, so I really don't think anyone's slower than that. Stubbs, you have the wrong boots on, too. Shrike is working on some black plate jackets. What do we need? 2 more? Airmid, Gecko. I also feel better leaving, at least for now, while Agnew levels up, leaving Agnew behind, because Agnew, if in case I get some sort of raid going on, Agnew can take quite a beating. Much greater of a beating compared to the rest of the home crew. Being a skeleton, they don't get taken out very easily. And if I'm being honest, I really ought to heal Pingu up full in case someone does show up. Pengu should be full health, because Pengu can wreck them, knock them out, and animals heal like remarkably fast. Another great reason to use them for home defense. If your home's getting constantly attacked, there's a masterwork grade. I'm going to leave it there rather than equip it, so that it doesn't accidentally get lost sitting on a home crew person. So we have this increased weaponsmith that isn't doing anything. At the moment, we're not using even the steel bars. I do need to move the steel refinery and the steel plate storage probably to be closer. In fact, I could set up a set. Seeing that we have full steel plates, I could set up a second steel plate, or iron plate rather. I don't know why I'm calling them steel plates. And then crafting, or rather mining steel refinery. I'm going to wait until we have a teched up steel refinery, which means waiting until we return home from... I guess I can always upgrade it. It's not that big of a deal. The problem is, because it's not really self-automated, it does require human labor in order to make steel. But I might as well start building it. It wouldn't hurt. So just thinking about my crew, I would say ideally Ron would get up to 22. 22 miles an hour is probably a good speed to have everyone roughly be at. It's not going to outrun a beak thing, but that's faster than most everything else that I'm going to commonly have chase me. Might not... Oh, speaking of beak things, it actually wouldn't be terrible to take one down to feed plan, but because we're heading to an ancient lab that has a lot of bad and tough enemies, I'm going to circumnavigate. Oh, and of course I circumnavigate right into a gorilla. The amount of damage one gorilla would do to this squad is pretty minimal. But even then, a gorilla can get a lucky shot and do more damage than I intend to take. Alright, hopefully they haven't seen that I have hivers with me. Perfect. They have not. Make sure to sell the bulky stuff for... Oh, that leather turtleneck... I'm going to buy back. Same with the plated long boots. I didn't realize their quality. Good. So the leather turtleneck, I'm sure... What is that? Specialist and plated long boots masterwork. I'm sure I can find someone that could use the plated long boots. I'm curious actually what the... Let's compare side by side. Plated to... There's still less armor than the samurai. So I would need to find someone that has non-masterwork. Perfect. Rain the Giant is a great recipient because she has drifter's boots. So if you compare these two, the plated long boots are like twice the, or more than twice the armor. And then the shirt that I grabbed is probably better than a lot of, yeah, see, crappy leather shirt. Perfect. Hobbs. And go ahead and trade again. Okay, looks like we're all set to roll. At the moment, because I'm heading to a lab, I don't really want to encumber myself with anything purchased. I want to leave the room open to loot the lab. Come on, Gorillo, go away. How fast are Gorillos? 15? No problem. I'm moving at 17. Wow, that steel refinery got manufactured pretty quick. I love how we just ran a giant circle around these rocks because of pathfinding. The NPCs, when left to their own devices, will definitely pathfind on roads when they can, which can sometimes be hilarious. Like that, where they ran a giant roundabout circle for seemingly no good reason. Who is... Oh, Beak Thing was targeting Burn. Oh, we're getting beaked. That's a big no. No, More of them are coming. Like I said, don't really want to incur any... Oh, perfect example. Green had his leg shredded. So I'm going to have Green dodge, plan. I don't want you taking the damage. What is there, Beak Thing? Oh, no, that's just a lot of friendly fire. So if I check, let's do a quick check, stat check, actually, after this Beak Thing dies. It is dying fast. It is getting bolted like crazy. And it's gone. Remember the times when just a random Beak Thing would almost fully devour my army? I do. Alright, so with that splint kit, we went from barely hobbling to almost full speed ahead. So a quick stat check. I'm going to go through each character and show their current stats. I'm just going to say their names. If you're interested, I can pause. Rhadamant, Wike, Sadniel, Burn, Kang, Ruka, Janes, Ron, Rain the Giant, Beep, Green, Silvershade, Hamet, Hobbs, Miu, Crumble John, Griffin, Stubbs, Mamuso, Infinite Wingwang, and Plan, with her ability to use katanas and the like. Oh, home crew getting attacked. Not by much. Gonna go ahead and shut this gate, so we've hauled a lot of corpses and I don't want them flooding in. So we don't have anyone working these steel refineries at the moment. In fact, this one's switched off, so I'm going to switch it back on. Now that we have a decent amount of plates. Really, are you going to bash my gates? Alright, if you're going to bash my gates, I'll open them back up. Don't make me unleash the Pingu on you. Where's Agnew going? Oh, there was some... Yeah, the runner. Alright. Keep these closed. I don't want to tempt fate and end up with a big raid on my hands. And I'll put Pingu out now that Pingu's healed. Alright. Back to what I was doing. Green, actually, hold on. Green does not have the awesome bolts. I'm going to make a quick pit stop at Last Stand. So the lab I'm headed to is about here. I do have to circumnavigate Arash here because the throne of the Bugmasters there, and as well as thousands of skin spiders. Maybe not thousands, but quite a lot of them. Don't really feel like getting shredded by spiders just yet. So hopefully there is some equal cross ammo at last stand I can reload on. Because having Green not shoot is sort of a waste of his talents. In fact, he got an injured limb almost certainly because he threw down in melee range and just was not... he's not a very good meleeer. But as far as raw damage goes, he probably does the most raw damage out of this entire group, providing he has ammunition. That is a big if. So they have a plate person. This is a watchtower, 3 watchtowers. I actually forget what sort of shops they have here. Swords, bar. No, I don't think they're gonna have ammo here. I will poke my head into here anyway. For blueprints, maybe. Nope, not even for blueprints. Well, this trip's been a bust. I guess I'm gonna go without the ammo. Wow, really angry guards. What is this, a bag check? I'm not stopping. Oh, plan's faster now. 18. Soon plan will outpace pretty much everyone else. Minus the hivers. How far are you going to travel for your bag check? Oh, you're making an announcement? I'll let you make an announcement. Yeah, see, I wasn't smuggling drugs. I was trying to buy stuff from you, but you didn't have stuff to buy. Oh, who are you guys? Berserkers? Guess I am in Berserker country. Nothing like naked idiots with big weapons. Oh, and I took a wrong turn, so time to Shrek you all. Oop, I just selected the wrong crew for that. Not that they'll listen, because they're stuck behind walls. Alright, suffered a few injuries. Jane's got hit on the head. Beep got somewhat of a lame leg. Oh, Griffin actually took quite a beating. They have simple weapons, but their simple weapons are big ol' frag axes. How much do these... Yeah, I have too much money. I don't really care. Not too much money, but I have enough money to not care about trying to bother looting their frag axes. I guess is the more accurate way to say it. So once we get to the tech lab, looks like I'm going to have to probably heal up a bit so that a security spider doesn't take, like, pierce Griffin's chest and kill him, because he's kind of wounded. As that would be bad, right? We don't want to lose anyone. I was actually just in one of the comments denoting how absolutely lucky I am to have not actually lost a limb. I think I went down to like -74 on a hiver, maybe, which is 1 point away from losing a limb. Not that it would be detrimental, because you can replace organic limbs with robotic ones that are even better than the organic ones. So it would actually make me stronger to lose limbs. But the fact that I haven't had anyone killed or eaten by fogmen or lost a limb is sort of exceptional in a way. Alright, you are aimless. Why? You should not be aimless. Let's train you on turrets. You have naturally high perception. That makes a lot of sense. Alright, we ought to be getting close. Oh, there it is. Big old tower. Full of security spiders. Being chased by a bunch of Garu. Not chased, they're not hostile. Who are you? Tech hunters? Yep. Makes sense to find tech hunters near ancient labs. Except for I'm going in there and doing it first. What's attacking sat? Skin spiders. Yay! So this is Beep not understanding genders. This happens a lot. Now what I'm going to do is set everyone to hold. I don't want plan getting destroyed. And then I will, unfortunately for green, with no ammo, green's kind of sit this one out. All the crossbowmen are going to line up with a bit of a volley. And hold on a second, I'm muting my mic. There's no need for you all to hear me cough into my mic. So they're all lining up for a volley of crossbow bolts. And then once the bolts are let loose, I'm going to have weak A. I'm going to have sort of the melee crew come in. Skeletons first. And Rhadamant will pull aggro. A term I haven't used in a long time. And all you gotta do to pull aggro is to literally click on them. And out they'll come. Hello, security spider. Full of angry oil. So we get all of our shots in, and then the skeleton's taunt. Unfortunately, Crumble took a bit of a hit first. That's no problem. And it's already down. And the reason I'm using skeletons to tank is, well, should be pretty obvious. Because we can repair them, and then they don't end up with a lot of damage. Have them repair each other. I don't know. Whatever. Alright, plan. Loot the spider so the spider don't come back. And because I set them on hold, I have to move people to repair closer. Okay. Looks like we're all set to go again. This time I'll be quicker to keep turn the hold off of the skeletons so they run interception. Kidnap. Can you really kidnap a spider? A robot, a dead one? Seems kind of like a wrong tooltip to me. Alright, first floor is clear. First floor never has anything good. Second floor. Dragging your little spindly body out here. Alright, let's have weak A run interceptions. Burn Sadneal, take you off a hold. Ka-chunk! Down goes another security spider. Stubbs took a little bit of damage. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Griffin over here because he's already pre-wounded. Go ahead and loot the spider so it doesn't come back to life. That'd be scary. Plan backs up. And I rinse and repeat. So the second floor has 1 more spider, and the top floor has 3 more. Okay, so there's 5 total. Unless my counting is incorrect. Skeleton's back on hold. And yeah, if I had green with an eagle cross... Hell, if I had all these dudes with eagle crosses, this would be a lot easier. My precision shooting on silver's 52. On most of these guys, it... Actually, you know what? Most of them have... Their crossbow skills aren't that comparable to green, but their precision shooting is. So they're leveling up crossbows at a decent rate, but their precision shooting is actually really good. Precision shooting is friendly fire avoidance. So if we check green, for instance, green avoids friendly fire 64% of the time. Hamet could probably get a better like some of these guys could get better crossbows. So I really ought to shop around for blueprints to get better crossbows because they're worthy of it soon. It's a little slow on the aggro pickup there, but I back crumbled John up and it was fine. I think it will be faster. You know what? It would be faster just to plop the skeletons next to the Shek and have the Shek just repair them up. The Shek are probably like, we're warriors. I can't believe you're treating us like simple engineers, but, you know. No one... Oh, yes. Hold. No one gets repaired quite like a skeleton does. Alright, come on, spider. Come on down. See what you have won. Nice. You froze yourself. Down it goes. Good repair. And looting. Send Rhadamant in. All the skeleton go back to hold. Rinse and repeat. This is probably the most effective way I know how to clear out an ancient tech lab. Weird enough, this ancient tech lab here does not have a broken skeleton. Sometimes they do. Sometimes they don't. Broken skeletons are sort of like Agnew, but not recruitable. They're just sort of skeletons that don't have tasks or jobs or anything, and they'll end up attacking you. All right, here comes Mr. Spidey. Faster on the aggro. Taking a little bit of friendly fire. Sad Neil's getting busted up to the head. And of course, I drag Griffin over to the corner thinking it'd be the safest spot. And that is exactly where the enemy went this round. It all worked out. I didn't have to move him or anything. Alright. I guess the Silver Shade obviously doesn't have a repair kit. And I believe there's just one left. I'm playing it safe the way I am because I am on Ironman and dead is dead, so I'm trying to be careful not to lose anyone. Because it is quite easy to lose to a security spider. And I played a little fast and loose before. The reason why is if you look at their attacks are scary high. Pretty much the long and short of it. Alright, skeletons, you've been putting in enough work. I'm going to use Rhadamant to keep this spider at bay. And it goes for the skeletons anyway, because they taunt. There you can see the aggro effects of taunt. Unfortunately, I have a guardless katana, which does not really help all that much in terms of defense. I believe we're done, so I'm going to take everyone off a hold. Loot the last spider. And let's all head in. I don't think there's really ever anything on the first floor, but that doesn't stop me from always checking. Yeah, food storage items. Kind of reminds me of the meme, the joke about Skyrim, about how you'll enter like ancient ruins and you'll find fresh wheels of cheese, and how little sense that makes. Yeah, these are all electrical component boxes. Yeah, there's nothing ever down there. Alright. The only people I need up here, or not even people, the only characters I need up here is Plan and Rhadamant. So let's go very thoroughly, making sure we're grabbing everything that's worth anything in an orderly fashion. Don't need any of that, don't need that. Come on now. You can't, there you go. Fitting through the door. This is what I'm talking about. AI cores and ancient books. Not these stupid tools. First try. Love it. Ooh boy. Trying to only grab the things that are worth anything. Generator cores aren't worth, like, much, but they weigh a lot. So they're good for strength training. I might have to split them up because I don't want a plan to get super encumbered. Really unlock a box and there's nothing in it. Alright. These white chests. Yes, book. So many more books. Ooh, engineering plans. That's going to help with better walls and gates. Alright, all those books are done. Am I close enough? Nope. If I have to ask, it's probably no. More ancient books. And now we're almost done. AI core, that's what I like to see. So 3 AI core yield so far. 2 engineering and 14 books. 3 engineering, 15 books. And there's the safe that's likely to have something good. Oh yes. And this last box. And then I think we're just about done. Yes, yes. So 17 books, 3 engineering, 4 AI cores, and a hell of a lot of stuff to sell. Plan, of course, is super encumbered now. There's no boxes tucked in there. What I'll do is try to divvy up the generator cores to alleviate some of the weight on plan. So, okay, plan's now lightweight. Other things that weigh a lot. Let's see. Trade out of range. James, did you get stuck? Come on. All right, Ruka can hold some more weight. I'm just trying to get plan not encumbered. So I'm not really ready to do strength training yet. I still want to do athleticism. All right, perfect. 18 speed. We're good to go. We're good to leave. Off we go. With only... look at how barely scratched our skeletons are. You know? It's incredible. Compared to the organics that fought once and got destroyed. What hurt you, Skin Spider? You were in a fight with a beak thing or something? With bone dogs. Goats. There's good raw meat over there, but I'm not going to bother getting it. Okay, so Rain, you need to speed up. Rain's slow because of the new falling sun that she has. Weighs a lot. And I just looked at the clock. I'm actually out of time. So that was a full Ancient Tech Lab raid. I guess the Tower of Abuse sort of was a tech lab, but it's a named one. This is my first Ancient Tech Lab start to finish. The Ancient Tech Labs, I believe, are the only place out in the wild that you can loot AI cores. You can't get them from... Well, you can buy them, but you can't get them from the libraries or the armories. Not to my knowledge, at least. Correct me if I'm wrong. Thank you all for watching. Just a quick reminder, the voting form, it will be put up as a pinned comment, and at the start of this video, it was also a card about voting for the names of these squads. So right now, as a reminder, they're the Raiden and the Citizens, but the patrons came up with ideas for them, and you'll all be able to name, much like you did Rhadamant, the colony, or the city, you'll be able to name the squads. So if you're interested in voting in that form, drop me a line. All you got to do is go to Rhadamant.com or check out my Discord channel in the announcements section for the vote announcement. Thank you for watching. Adios.